Marty here. Today is March 16th, the real March 16th. It's an inside joke if you didn't see my video yesterday. Chris Morrow is behind the camera making sure that the lighting's good and that I'm looking good. This is Mimi. She's just minding her own business with the bone. So yesterday we talked a little bit about what's happening with the coronavirus, the corona panic. And today one of the things I think that I want to kind of touch on is this kind of chart. If anybody's seen this chart, this is a chart, and the more time you get, either the cases can spike or they can kind of flatten out and be more of a hump, right? This is without protective measures like self-quarantine and social distance, washing your hands. And this is if we use these kinds of measures. So
wait. So that's called the curve, and that's coronavirus cases.
Well, these would be theoretical cases, right? So your number of cases will usually follow either this path or hopefully this path. Is that's what the CDC. This is a source CDC on this graph. So and I've heard the news talk about the millennials, and they got to make sure that they. So one of the things I've come up with is it's not just millennials. I've seen older people. You know what? I'm healthy. I'm young enough. I don't get the flu. I'm strong. I'm healthy. It's not going to affect me, or not much at all. It's just a cough. Not a big deal. And they're not too scared. Okay, maybe that's good. But two, they don't really seem like they are too concerned about, following any of these guidelines, right? It's not so important to wash my hands. It's not so important that I, cough, sneeze, and one of the things I never see anybody do is take a paper towel and open public doors with paper towels or napkins or cloths or tissues or your elbow if you need to, right? I mean, everybody else has been touching that door too. So I'm not sure why nobody else is mentioning that, but that's a practice I follow. I typically try to carry around at least a paper towel or two with me when I walk out of the restroom so that I can approach that next door out in public. But what's happening is, some of these people are, it's St. Patty's Day. Oh, let's go out and see some friends. Let's have a house party because we can't have a big social gathering or something like that, but you could do house parties, and you can hang out with some friends, go to their house or something like that. And so the importance of having some limitations with some of these things is not just the fact that the young people or the healthy people or the people that aren't scared of getting sick. It's not a matter of them just getting sick and then passing it on, but they're not setting this right role example. And these kinds of things will happen if the greater society doesn't really practice these measures. Now, there's another side of the coin to that that nobody wants to talk about. But I'll talk about it. And because, it's a double-edged sword. So here's a long graph. Look how long this is. I mean, if you're talking like 50 days, you're talking another 100 days. I don't know how many days this is. This could be 60 days, whatever. But this takes a lot longer to get rid of when you go the slow route. Fast and very harmful, or slow and a pain in the butt for a long, long time. Does not discount the fact that, if it spikes up this high, then there's not enough medical beds, there's not enough ventilators, there's not enough medicine or test kits that prove everything. There's limited quantities of things. I mean, we had 20,000 people go to the hospital. We might not have enough hospital beds statewide, countrywide. I mean, it's a tough thing. So, I'm not one to tell people what to do or what they should do, but these are certainly the things we've got to look at and think about. I don't want to just to drag on forever and ever, and be really slow, and the cases keep coming and stuff. But there's also I'd really hate to see a lot of people suffering, and I mean they have 30-year-olds that catch this and die that have no underlying health problems. So it's not just the young and healthy. It's other people get affected by it too, and they go home and they transmit it to their family and to their friends, and then well, so that's a kind of a tough thing. Well, we got the restaurants closed, we got bars closed, we got most all events are closed, gas stations and stores are staying open. So I mean that's the right approach, and if we can get a lot of people to really follow these practices that are recommended by the CDC, by the World Health Organization, the impact on this might be a lot longer, but it won't be as harsh as it could be. All of us are going to suffer in this, even the people that don't feel affected by it, because if these measures don't work, the next step is something like martial law, where they make you stay home, and it's not just guidelines, but they're mandates. So it's a tough thing to have mandates for a long time too, martial law. Well, something to think about. I hope you kind of follow along and subscribe. There should be a link. I don't see it right now, but the link will show up by the time this gets posted, and you can follow along, and you can hear me ramble tomorrow.
Until then, or later, right?
Until then, stay well.